going on, y'all? This your boy KC Phil, King Self for Life Wrestling Takes. I'm officially, finally back doing anything related WWE wise. I'm going to go ahead and try my best to not quote unquote sound biased when I talk about NXT from last night. Obviously, we got the pay-per-view coming up in your house, right? In your house 2021. I'm gonna be upfront with y'all, man. I'm not finna sugarcoat nothing. This show just gave off Monday Night Raw vibes. I mean, they had some cool things on the show. They opened the show up with this decent triple threat match, but it's the same formulaic basic triple threat match that you see. It's like I'm looking for something different. All three of these cats are excellent wrestlers. I've never said nothing bad about none of these cats. I talk about Johnny being a clown now because it's his role. He's a clown heel. Pete Dunne, his tough guy, bruiserweight guy, you already know. Now, I don't know what they're doing with Kyle O'Reilly. I don't know if his gimmick is supposed to be, he's supposed to be a rip-off version of Orange Cassidy or something like that. I don't know. All three of them are great wrestlers, but I don't know. This match itself, it just came off like a generic triple threat match. I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm watching this match. I'm watching everything. And I'm not even gonna touch on the ending until I get there, because the ending you already know. But I'm watching it and I'm looking at all three of these cats. And I'm like, okay. And I'm waiting. And I'm waiting and I'm waiting, and I got absolutely nothing. Then we got to the finish. Now, remember, in triple threats, there's no such thing as a DQ. No disqualifications exist in triple threat matches, right? Well, that's exactly what happened. I guess Adam Cole been gone forever, but he's finally made his return. And he came out there and he basically laid out all three of these fools. He laid them all out. He laid all three of these clowns out. Caused chaos. He was doing moves on everybody. I say, man. Then here come William Regal and the security folk. They say, you got to get out of here. Now, as soon as he walked off, here come Amber Moon just walking right past. And then she said, Gonzalez, get your such and such out here. Get your butt out here. What you did to Shotzi was wrong, and I'm going to take you out and all this crazy stuff. So let me tell y'all something. I have not watched NXT in over almost 2 months. I haven't watched NXT since the NXT after WrestleMania NXT. What was it called? I forgot the name of the pay-per-view. Y'all know what it is. It just shows you just how much I really don't give a crap about WWE, especially what we just got with all the recent news of WWE, because I'm going in on that stuff as soon as I'm finished with this review. But she came out, she started talking some stuff, trying to say whatever she had to say. Talk about she want her and all this crazy crap and all this. I'm like, so then Gonzalez come out, and then she doing this, and she trying to knock her out and all this. I gotta say, she gave her a right that I was like, man, like she stole off her. I was like, man, she kind of left a bruise on her. I saw that. I said, okay, I see what you're doing. But outside of that, man, that's like I said, it just, I get what Triple H and them is trying. They're trying to go with the whole chaos route. Chaos, a lot of people, they like that whole chaos route. I'm like, look, if you want, I guess if you want to get somebody invested, go that route. But man, like for me, because I really ain't been watching, and I really haven't been feeling nothing that they've been throwing at me. So I'm like, you know what, man, look, I'm gonna take a look. I'm gonna see what they doing, and I'm gonna be honest with you. This just felt like a generic Monday Night Raw episode. It felt like it was better than Raw, but it still had Monday Night Raw vibes too. So, yeah, we get that situation, all that. So, boom, 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 keep scrolling. Then after all that, we got LA Knight versus Jake Atlas. Now, watching this, I'm thinking LA Knight got this on lock. I'm like, LA Knight is going to win with flying colors. Now, they decided to bring Ted DiBiase Sr. back in. Obviously, we know why. It's all about the ratings, trying to get NXT to that million status, which we've been waiting on for a long time. They brought him in, and then you got this clown Cameron Grimes. Now, I didn't know that they turned Cameron Grimes into a babyface. I did not know that, but obviously, I guess he's. I don't. Listen. I don't know, man. I the character is there, but they just don't know what they're doing, man. They really don't. So he out there just doing the little goofy stuff he's doing. Ted DiBiase's observing LA Knight and everything. So I'm like, LA Knight got this on lock. Then next thing you know, Jake Atlas in the win. And I said, what? I'm saying to myself, like, why did Jake Atlas have to win this match? LA Knight had this on lock. LA Knight should have won this match. Nope. LA Knight lost. So then Ted DiBiase, he walked off. He said, you know what? I thought you was the guy, but obviously you ain't the guy. So why the heck should I even bother backing you or be your right-hand guy, whatever? So it's already been booked. So at so at Takeover in your house, we're gonna be getting LA Knight versus Cameron Grimes, and then also too for the ladies, we're gonna get Ember Moon versus Raquel Gonzalez for the NXT Women's Championship. And I'm gonna talk about the main event once we get there. I don't even want to talk about that. I will talk about that till we get there. So then we get a little backstage video that took place. Now, a lot of people is feeling this new group that they gave Swerve. Y'all, look, I'm just let me be concrete. I told y'all I do not get excited when I see us on TV. I don't, because I'm like, it's like it just doesn't be appealing to me. How many times we gonna have cats? I told you, it seems like when we get on TV, it's always the stereotypical gimmicks and everything. So now they some rappers or producers or something. They call themselves Hit Row. You know, I'm like, I don't know, man. I told you, I don't have no excitement. I do not, because I told you, these wrestling promotions have absolutely no idea how to book black talent. I'm just gonna call it for what it is. They don't. No, not even AEW. They have no idea what to do. It's like, man, it's like they just there to be there. And I feel like that's exactly what they're trying to do here. So anyway, so Drake Maverick obviously is dealing with Swerve, right? So he got in his face. He told him, your grill messed up. You need to go see a dentist. He said, I'm finna lay you out. And then next thing you know, here come Killian Dane say, if you got a problem with me, you got a problem with him, you got a problem with me. And he said, you don't want these problems. Then his crew members, they all sitting up there acting like some cheerleaders, whatever. I'm like, I don't know, man. This Swerve, and I don't know. It just seemed like they just trying to have something to be on the undercard, man, which I have absolutely no interest in whatsoever. I just don't. I'm a realist when it comes to this wrestling stuff. Nobody in the wrestling community or whole thing is speaking on this. Everybody wants to be quote unquote quiet. They don't want to speak on stuff like this. Now, it's some people that are, but they're not making it like I am. I'm keeping it real. I told you over here at Casey Field Wrestling Takes, I keeps it real. I don't sugarcoat nothing when I see situations like that. And I'm going to talk about that young man who went against Kushida coming up. And I'm going to talk about that situation. But, you know, it is what it is, man. So, like I said, neither man lost. Jake Atlas won. So then they walked off. So then backstage, we kept having segments with the women's tag team champions, which is Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. And obviously they hyping up the young lady that be singing. Triple H had this girl do all the NXT pay-per-views. Her name is Poppy or something like that. Music sounds garbage as heck, but they had her listening to it. And I don't know, man. They just don't know what they're doing no more, man. I'm serious. I'm talking about Triple H right now. Triple H is the one who I feel bad for, especially with the foolishness that took place today. I'm going to get on that. I'm going to do a completely different video on that, because it's like Triple H is trying, but it's like he still got all the pressure on him because his job is to build up the future. Well, when the future comes over to the main roster and they get buried and they don't do nothing with them and they have absolutely no creatively idea to do with them, it's like this dude is wasting his time with NXT. It's like it's a complete waste of time. So, anyway, so with Adam Cole with all that situation, Karrion Kross out there, Adam Cole, he back on stage. Adam Cole cut one of them. Listen, I told you, I'm not a fan of Adam Cole. I'm really not. But I respect the man to the fullest. The boy is an excellent wrestler. The man could cut promos out of this world. And the promo that he cut on Karrion Kross, and he pretty much said, he said, "Do you overrated?" He said, I'm gonna keep it a buck. He said, I won the NXT championship back in 2019, and nobody has been able to hold the standards or keep everything up like I have. And he ain't lying, because ratings have been falling down to like crazy. Everything was up when the boy had the championship, but after he lost, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But so anyway, Karrion Kross is out there. He talking. He trying to talk tough with him and everything, but it wasn't nothing. So then here come Regal coming out there. Regal say, "This fool shouldn't even be here. You shouldn't be doing this type of." I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to weasel his way into the NXT title picture. Karrion Kross told him, "Listen, Regal, you need to shut up." Let me tell y'all something. Regal used to be, to me, he's still considered the best GM in wrestling, period. But right now, they got this boy looking like a punk. His whole show is in chaos, and he has no control of nothing because everybody doing stuff. The girls doing stuff, the boys doing stuff, everybody doing stuff, and he has absolutely no control. And then when Karrion Kross basically told the man to shut up and say, "Skip that. I'm about to make this a fatal five-way. I want you, Adam Cole. I want you, Johnny Gargano. I want you, Kyle O'Reilly. I want you, Johnny Gargano, and I want you, Pete Dunne." He said he wanted to be a fatal five-way. Now, let me tell you something. We already know if it would have been a one-on-one, obviously, you know, it would have been easy. Karrion Kross is winning. Because technically, there's really nobody there that's on his level to take the title off of. It's really not. But with them making a fatal five-way, it kind of puts the unpredictability, because now Karrion Kross could lose this title and they could put it right back on Adam Cole. So Adam Cole or Karrion Kross could win. This would be the main event of NXT Takeover in your house or whatever, in your house too. Like I said, it could easily happen. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So like I said, that segment, I was fine with that segment. That was cool. That was a cool segment. So I have no issue with that. No, what's up? So I talked about that. Oh yeah. So then they showed Mackenzie and Mackenzie Mitchell backstage with Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Talk about they want. Listen, I told you, man, this the place. It's all over the place because they got these headphone situations. She listened to Poppy. So then after she they walk off, who's playing some sad music. Here come Dexter Lumis coming out the woodwork, picking the headphones up, and then he put them on, and then he started crying. I'm like, they messed him up too. The boy had potential too, and they don't really know what they're doing. So now they did a promo for this new guy who just showed up. He's from the indie scene. He's going by the name of Carmelo Hayes. It's another black dude that they got. And once again, I told y'all, when we get on the show, I don't get excited. I do not get excited because I already know the name of the game. It's like the black talent is the same thing. It's the same. It's the generic. Don't really know what they're doing. Just happy to be here, and I'm gonna show you if I can do something or not. Well, obviously, Kushida had an open challenge, and this dude answered. I'm like, and this is the boy's debut. I'm like, I'm so freaking tired of us being in the we get a debut, and we always losing all the time. I'm tired of this nonsense. This stuff makes no sense. It's like it's the same old, year in, year out. I get tired of it. They do the bull crap over in AEW too. It's just very frustrating. And I already knew the young man was losing. I already knew that. I knew what I said. When they had this match, he gonna lose. I said all it is they just want to showcase if this dude can go. And I'm gonna tell you this. I think the young man has promise. I think, but I told you it's WWE. The ceiling in WWE for black folk is very small. It's very small. It's like, what are they going to do? Are they going to have them shucking and jiving like they always love? Because it seems like the higher you go, the more shucking and jiving you got to do. I'm like, I'm tired of the shucking and jiving gimmicks. I'm tired of the stereotypical gimmicks. I'm like, yes, the young man wasn't showcasing that he had that type of gimmick, but the name of the game is you got to have some type of character if you want to make it big in the WWE or in wrestling, period. So, like I said, it is what it is. So, after that, we got a promo with Xia Li and Mercedes Martinez. Obviously, the two of them faced each other in the Mae Young Classic. And Xia Li, she was a jobber back then. But now she got this Japanese occult game going on or whatever. So obviously she's a different woman. Well, Mercedes Martinez, she cut a promo on her too, talk about, I know you're a different woman, but it's gonna be the same exact result. Then, like I said, I talked about they showed Dexter Lumis, he picked up the headphones, he started crying. I say it's just stupid. It just makes absolute sense. So we got to this match. This match was actually a pretty decent match because the name of the game was to showcase if this young man can go. The young man has promise. He has promise. But I told you, y'all, I'm not excited. I don't get excited when I see us in wrestling. I try, I really do, because I want to get behind the cats that look like me. But it's very difficult when you already know what's going to transpire. You already know the name of the game. And I'm just telling y'all right now, this young man has promise, but I don't know if they're gonna do him right. I don't know if he's going. They'll probably have him losing again when he have another match. I mean, it is what it is. I wish he didn't debut for the Cruiserweight Championship. Like, you could have had him go against some other clown. You know what I mean? But that's Triple H though. That's how they get down. So after Kushida, he had made him tap. He shook him and he shook his hand and you know it's the same old. Then we got a non-title match for the women's tag team titles, a non-title match. Candice LeRae and Andy Hartwell versus Zoe Starks and this new other black girl they got up in their name, Zeta Ramir. I'm like, I already know the name of the game. I was like, first of all, Zoe Starks, they was pushing her like she was finna go on a single run. Now, because they low on female tag team, they said, all right, let's throw this girl with her. And you already knew the name of the game. You knew they wouldn't win it. Zida Ramir gets pinned or whatever, and you know, it is what it is. It was like 1, 2, 3. Match is over. So then they started promoting some new stuff called Open Season. I don't know what the clown that is. I can't really talk about it. So, like I said, Ember Moon, she started talking. She said, where's your, like I said, you always sending your lackey out here, your insurance policy, Dakota Kai, to do your battles. But I want you. Then next thing you know, Dakota Kai came out there, laid out. And then Raquel came out there and helped her jump her. You know, so, you know, it is what it is. What it is. So then we got MSK versus Legado del Fantasma for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Uh, this is basic tag team match. It was good, but like I said, it's the same old. Baby faces getting towed up throughout the entire match, and you had Mask Boy sitting out there. He's sitting out there the whole time with his suit on, looking real goofy. And then next thing you know, Bronson Reed comes out the woodwork and lay him out. So obviously that's the new beef. Mask Boy Santo Escobar versus Bronson Reed for the North American Championship. I'm assuming that's what the matchup is gonna be at Takeover in your house. Like I said, you know, it is what it is. Basic tag team match. It was all right. You know, nothing that you haven't seen before. It's same old. You know what I mean? But MSK, they retain their titles, and that's how the show goes off. So obviously, like I say, you know, like I said, decent show, but like I said, I still felt like I was watching Monday Night Raw. Felt like a Monday Night Raw-ish type of show. And like I said, that's from actually missing multiple episodes. Heck, almost like 2 months worthy, no, like a month and a half worthy of NXT. I wasn't watching because I just had no desire to watch it. Because I told y'all, man, doing the reason why I was off, I just had no desire to watch anything wrestling. Like I said, I just got back to watching AEW probably like maybe 4 weeks ago. So I took a break from all things wrestling. I just had no desire. I didn't want to watch it. I don't want to watch nothing. I didn't want to watch Raw. Didn't want to watch SmackDown. Didn't want to watch NXT. Didn't want to watch because I just, like I said, with the personal stuff that I had going on, and I just wasn't feeling nothing going on in the wrestling game. I was like, you know what, I got to take a break. But now since I'm back, I got to get back on the grind, trying to stay tuned to what's going on and everything. You know, that's my whole take on that situation. But anyway, man, what y'all think? Hit the comment section up. If y'all liked the show, if y'all thought the show was out of this world great show, tell me why you thought it was an out of this world great show. But that's it, man. I'll be back. I'm going to get ready to start talking about what I want to talk about, which is the real big news that hit WWE today. Because that video is coming up shortly, so I appreciate it. I'll let your boy. I'll let me.